101st Airborne. I don't see a Navy flag.
There isn't?
I don't see one.
Oh, well,
I was Navy.
up there.
I was Navy. Hey guys, Randy here, and welcome aboard the Seabee Traveler channel. All right, well, we're gonna go check out a really cool old mining town of Miami, Arizona. Now, a lot of you may have seen or heard that they had a pretty good flash flood at the end of September. Look, look at these cranes. That's where they're putting up the new bridge across the Queen Creek here, that goes into Superior. But there's a pullout up here, not too far. I want to maybe see if I can get some better footage. Now, I think there's a better spot up here that I can pull over. Nobody's working today, so it shouldn't be a problem if I take up a little bit of their space. Yeah, it's just up here on the right. But I wanted to see if I can get a better view where the cranes are at and see how far along they've gone. Yeah, let me come right in here. Looks like a good spot. All right, well, let's see what kind of view we can get. Seems like it's slow progress, but you can see they're getting the columns up and the piers. Some cranes working down there. They've got a little bit of work to do. Looks like they're using, you can see the old highway down there too. See if I can get a little bit better view here. Well, they had to carve a whole new road to get down there with that crane. But you can kind of see part of the old road where those barricades are right down through there. And under there, if you go underneath that bridge, is the old bridge across Queen Creek. Well, there's a little bit of an update on the new bridge across Queen Creek by Superior. Yeah, that bridge is 76 years old. It was built back in 1949, the one that we're using now. I actually did a video where I walked underneath that bridge. So pretty cool history going down through there. But yeah, let's make our way over to Miami. I've driven through this town so many times, but I've never really stopped to take the time and look around. And I'm also interested in how they've recovered from that storm. That's a pretty big one. They got probably, I think on average, probably they're saying around 2 inches of rain. And that may not seem like a lot to some people, but when you have this hard desert landscape and all that rain being focused down from the mountains and funneled into a small area like this, that's a lot of rain. And it was only in a couple of hours, or short amount of time, they said. So yeah, I want to see how that's recovering. And hopefully it'll be good enough that we can walk around, get a good look at the old downtown. It's a lot of old, early 1900s buildings. All right, we're just about there. You do kind of need to watch out. The speed limit does drop down to 35 miles an hour, you can see. And from what I've seen, they're pretty strict. You're going to kind of want to stick really close to that speed limit because they're kind of strict on that. What I think I'll do is just drive through. This is the Highway 60 driving through the town. So there's a park I wanted to stop at first, and that'll give us a chance to drive through the town and then take a look at that park, which I've never stopped at, amazingly. Well, it looks like the streets are pretty good shape. Off on the side of the road, you can still see sandbags. Doesn't look too bad right now, does it? A lot of cleanup crews out there still. Wow, just look at these old buildings. This isn't even the old part of town. That's the part that I want to see. The one we're going to go look at in just a few minutes is to our left down Sullivan Street. Take a look at this gas station up here on the left. That's interesting. The park is just right here. I'll get up here. Somewhere looks like it's parallel parking in here. So let me get turned around. Look, here's another tractor scooping up sand. Probably look at all the sand still in the road. Said this road was just running like a river. Yeah, look, this little parking area still has a lot of sand from the washes. All right, let me get parked. Let's take a quick little walk around. All right, well, boy, right next to the road. But yeah, there's not a lot here. There's some old mining equipment. I've kind of always wanted to stop and take a look at. Look at this old water fountain. Hasn't worked in a while, it looks like. Look at this old cart. That's the little engine. Looks like something they would use to take people down into the mines with. Look at that. It's like cast iron or something. Got a hopper. A little rusty over there. I wonder if it was tilted like that before the rain, if they dumped it out. Yeah, this is like what they would ride in down into the mine. That's not very comfortable, I can tell you that. Everything is steel. I don't see any signs telling us what these are, but this looks like a man lift going down. Check this out. It's like the emergency brake. Something happens. These teeth just kind of grab the post or whatever it's gliding on. Same thing over here. Look at that. They don't look like they've been used, though. That's good news for some people. What is this? It's all metal. Let's see if we can see down in here. Oh, yeah, it's all metal in there. Did they bring... I don't know what this is. I'd like to know what this is. because you can see those ribs on the outside to make it stronger, and it has, looks like something's collapsed on it. Ah, that's interesting. The Jeffrey Manufacturing Company. All right, well, I think this is more like a little park to walk your dogs in. Look at all this. Yeah, you can still see a lot of sand and dirt still on these roads. Even back here, it's a little bit worse. Overall, though, looks like they've done a pretty good job cleaning up. That's the direction towards Globe. They got it bad over there, too. All right, let's, what do you say? Let's go take a drive down Sullivan Street, get our bearings, and then we'll find some place to park and take a stroll. Once again, it's pretty early in the morning still, so hopefully there won't be a lot of people down there walking around, driving around. And to me, Sullivan Street is the more interesting of them. This has all, look, there's that gas station again. But it's more the historic district. And a lot of people just kind of pass by this. They're heading on 60, heading down to Phoenix. Just look at all these old buildings. I think they're all from around the early 1900s, and a lot of these are still the original buildings. Wow, look at that. You still use sandbags already. Yeah, you can see this road took quite a pounding. Looked like this road was just flooded, water running, kind of like a river through here. Look at that building with those balconies. It's colorful, and those Juliet balconies. Oh, this is going to be fun. There still is. It's cleaner, but you can still see a lot of. Oh, look, there people have their stuff sitting outside. Dumpsters, throwing stuff away. Wow, it did a job down here. Wow. Well, there's a park. All right, gonna let us go. But there's a park over there to the left. That's something we can go take a look at. I saw some storyboards. Look at this old building. Something market. There's a couple restaurants. Oh, there's like a pool, swimming pool. Saw some basketball courts back there. Some restaurants. Joe's Ribs.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.
That was a pretty cool church. Something else we can go take a look at. Boy, everything on the left, it's all housing, and to the right, you can just look how that debris is coming down on that fence. Wow, there's a lot of that. Wow, look at this even. That's a big wash that came pouring through there. Like I said, this is kind of like a little bowl through here. And all that water in these mountains just comes rushing down. Wow, look at this. Look how much they had to clean up here. Wow. All right, well, it looks like straight ahead is the museum. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I believe it was an old high school. Yeah, look how cool this is. It's a nice park across the street too. Look at that. Bullion Plaza. Boy, and when I was looking ahead at the weather, they're expecting some more really heavy rains. Like an extended rain period too. Another maybe 2 inches of rain. But it's spread out over a longer period of time. It's from a hurricane that's coming up from Mexico. I think it's Priscilla is what they're calling it. That's supposed to affect most of Arizona, at least the southwest. We could use the rain, but I hope we're ready for it without that amount. That's a lot of rain for us. All right, well, I thought that on our way back, this will give me a good opportunity to check out my new camera. I was able to get a Osmo 360, so I'm gonna put it to the test. We're gonna be driving slow, and this is what I was hoping that I would be able to get it for and use it. Instead of having the GoPro up on the roof, I have this up there, and it'll let me control a lot more views, side views. I can kind of track buildings. See, like this. It's almost like I'm hand holding it, but nope. This is all just from that 360 camera. So we're gonna go kind of slow, see how it works, and just enjoy the ride for a minute or two.
Got my boots on the gas, a map in my hand. Seabee Traveler's ready, we're gonna see this great land. Through ghost town echoes and highways wide, with the world in my rear view and you by my side, rolling with the traveler, free as the breeze, chasing those sunsets through the rustling trees, from starlit skies to campfires aglow. Life's an open highway where we're bound to go. Oh, the canyon winds whisper and the mountains call, through valleys and deserts we've seen it all. Every mile's a story, every turn's a surprise. Epic views ahead under these endless skies, rolling with the traveler, free as the breeze, chasing those sunsets through the rustling trees, from starlit skies to campfires aglow. Life's an open highway where we're bound to go. We'll stay in a place where the camping is free. Wake to the dawn, hear the freedom ring, with every star that lights our way. The road keeps calling, it's where we'll stay.
All right, well, I think that worked out pretty well. So I'm gonna keep on trying it, just learning how to edit and get all the turns smooth. But I'm gonna get turned around and let's take a quick walk. All right, well, let's start down here. It's a really cool YMCA, Young Men's Christian Association. There's some pretty cool, like a pediment, like those emblems above the windows too. It does look old. We got look at all those air conditioners up on the top of that awning area. Still have the sandbags sitting there. Yeah, this entrance looks exactly the same as the other one. It's closed. Yeah, those are cool emblems up there. All right, what do we have over here? There's that Deonda's grocery again. That's a really neat looking building right there. Definitely has that old time feel to it. But over here is where that old truck was sitting on that trailer. I have seen pictures of it sitting in front of that Deonda's. Probably picked it up because of the rain. I guess they didn't want it down on the ground. Look at that old, that mountain up on that, or that house up on the mountain up there. Not too bad. They painted out the name. It used to be something hotel. Got the boarded up windows. What's down the alley here? Oh, cool. Look at that. They have those, like lamps. That's probably pretty neat at night. A dark alley. A pin drop. Old steel door. They've got their sandbags still in there. They are expecting rains really pretty soon, about a week or so. Hopefully they don't get it as bad as they did last time. All right, let's go take a quick walk down Sullivan Street. Look at that old... A lot of these places look like they could have been hotels or something back in the day. But I imagine with all the miners, they would need places to stay. Sullivan Street Antiques. Yeah, I was starting to wake up a little bit down here. People are getting down here to clean up shop. Uh-oh, it's the police department. Hi, how are you?
You could fix this cabinet and take a piece of history home with you.
is that right?
Yeah, it's junk. I mean, it's not junk, but it could be. It's went through a flood.
This last 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago?
Yeah. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe it. I'm from Oregon, so I've seen a lot of rain.
Yeah.
This thing filled a wheelbarrow in about 45 minutes.
Oh.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Do you own this building?
No.
No.
A friend of mine does, and I'm helping
Okay.
him clean
Do you know what this building used to be?
It used to be, there was like 10 rooms upstairs.
Oh, hotel or like an apartment or hotel?
A hotel.
Okay.
I mean, it catered to the mines.
Gotcha.
And, yeah. Okay. Bye-bye. And then back in the 50s, it was a bar. There were so many bars.
Yeah, I imagine.
Crazy.
I imagine.
Yeah.
Is this part of the bar? Is that part of that saloon?
It's the back part of the bar.
Oh,
God dang, it's locked.
that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. I can extend up. I was just wondering about the
Yeah, you can check it out.
the tile up top. That's all.
That's all original.
Is it okay if I step up for a
Yes,
couple
yes,
steps?
go ahead.
Okay. I just want to see what's down here.
Red Portello lights right there
Look at this.
from the 20s and 30s.
101st Airborne. I don't see a Navy flag.
There isn't?
I don't see one.
Oh. Well, we
I was
just hang 'em
Navy.
up there.
I was Navy.
Hang 'em up there. I'm sorry. I didn't know you had that.
It's okay. All right. Well, I'm just enjoying
Yeah, I'm Steve.
Miami.
What's your name?
Steve, Randy.
Randy.
Yeah. Well, he was nice. Got some history from one of the locals. Look at that old. So that's from, I think he said, like Fright Night. A local painted those. Look at that old spool bench. Gallery, looks like maybe an art gallery in there. Look at those old balconies. Boy, that is some, those are concrete. Those are poured in there. Well, that had to be some sort of hotel or something like that back in the day. Studio Cafe. Yeah, see, that's, I think that's concrete. Yeah, because it has like those lag bolts up there. Definitely pretty. Has that Caribbean feel to it. Looks like that may have been, or they're in the process of painting that before the rains. Even the boards have some paint around the edges. Look at that old mural. That's cool. What's around the corner? It still has a bigger version of those balconies. Looks like it's pretty new inside. At least upstairs, we've got some new windows and doors. And is that like a separate building in there? You've got a really narrow little hallway with a door. It's kind of like some of these hotels had that exterior door and it might lead all the way up. Oh, look, that does not look very good inside, does it? You can see the sky through the roof. We've got oh, that's a cool little courtyard area. Some wings back there. Probably get a selfie back there if you wanted to. VFW. There was an old sign up there at one time. But that's another street. We'll make our way back down that street. I want to hit this main street before it gets too busy. Look at that. Got a street sweeper out. Got a lot more work to do. Walking back, I saw this. I like this corner detail on this building. Looks like it's some sort of like a stamped metal or something. It's colorful too. Look at that. Vent windows. Got the flag hanging in the mailbox. What's inside here? It's like an antique shop. Or some sort of thrift store or something. Oh, that sign said Miami's surprise thrift and gift. There's another view of that mural. It's a little faded, but man, a lot of these buildings still have these older ones anyways, have that door on the corner. There you go, you can see me in my shorts. It is shorts weather for sure. Soda fountain. Yeah, when I was talking to Steve, the local guy, he was saying I need to go down and take a look inside there because it's set up really cool. We'll see what it looks like after, because all these floods. I believe the same person owns 3 of these businesses right next to each other, and they were all closed due to the flooding. Look at that. Closed today due to flood damage. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's like an old soda shop. Cool. This bench has got some Band-Aids in there. That's too bad. Looks like some sort of floor cleaner or like a vacuum. Oh, look at that. Yeah, see, look at that big old sandbag. It's like a duffel bag full of sand. All right, oh, that's the old, the Price building, 1913. And originally it was a meat market. Got some new brickwork there, it looks like. Yeah, look there, they're getting all their stuff out of there so that they can try and get everything cleaned up. Wow, that is a cool fountain. The Miami Town Site Company. Well, it looks like there's a... I wonder if that's like a courtyard area, because you can see it has a driveway back there. Parking, probably parking or something. Oh, this is the guy that owns that old truck owns this, the Popular. He makes banjos. Look at him. He is catching some sun. Yeah, the guy that owns this shop owns that old truck that's on that trailer that we saw. Boy, there's a lot of dust and stuff on the window. Can't see very well. Bruce Berry Banjos. There's a phone number if you want a banjo made for you. Oh, he's up. He saw us. Hey, guy. Antique. There's an antique store. Looks like some outdoor dining. And then... I think that says Kelly's Photography. 1912. Wow. There's somebody's car alarm going off too. Yeah, you can't get up there. It's closed. They just don't want you climbing up the stairs. Joshua's Tree Warehouse. It's closed. Oh, look, they have a little, that's a water spigot in there. Wow, everywhere you turn. New building, or old buildings. That one's been remodeled, it looks like. Oh, look at this. Some of the old plaster and backing board back there. Wonder if that's from the storm or if it was already like that. This one's been boarded up for a while. Oh yeah, broken glass. Emporium Mall. That one's been renovated. It looks pretty good, huh? Compared to some of these other ones. And looks like we have a quilt shop across the street. Wow, look at this. This is the former, CC's auction house now, but the former Central Drug Company from 1920 to 1992. Wow, it's almost over 70 years. Wow, look at that. I like that used to be I could imagine a drug store sign hanging there. And you can kind of see all these buildings. They used to have awnings that came down at one time. Let's see what this storyboard has to say. Oh, it's a little bit of a Veterans Memorial. Citation for Medal of Honor. Staff Sergeant Manuel V. Mendoza distinguished himself by acts of gallantry. Wow, look at that. Firing 5 magazines, and he took out 10 enemy soldiers. Wow, after he did that, he picked up a carbine and emptied its magazine at the enemy. Wow, that is amazing. Miami Memorial Park, dedicated to those who gave their lives for their country. Huh. Wow. Let's see. Got all the branches here. It's closed off on the inside. We'll see why. In a second, I'll go around. It's been painted and peeling. Oh, Miami's Veterans Memorial Wall. This wall is to honor the memory of all of the veterans who have served in the armed forces of this great nation. Dedicated May 30th, 2013. Oh, look at this. They have inside this pavilion, they have these drapes. Oh, these lights are on. When I was talking to Steve down by the old saloon, he's saying they have these lights on all the time. So I want to come back and see this at night. But I saw a sign here with all sorts of information. Let's see, history of the Veteran Memorial Wall. Planning of the wall started in 2012. Material used to construct the wall was donated and purchased by local businesses. Money was raised purchasing bricks for $50 each. So it was dedicated on Memorial Day 2013. And we saw this one. Welcome to the town of Miami. Prospectors first came to the Miami area in the 1860s, but it was not until the early 1900s that the successful copper mines begun operations. These included Bellevue, the Crawley, and Crawley along Pinto Creek, Black Warrior, and Lost Gulch, Miami Copper Company, and Inspiration Copper Company. Wow, look at that. 1908. I believe that's the year that Miami, March of 1918. But I think in 1908 they started getting some information. The grand opening of both town sites was on October 1909. Yeah, so having enjoyed a boomed population of 13,000 people at one time, the smaller yet vibrant and charming town of Miami remains a copper center of the world today. Yeah, you can tell they still have, like up on the hill up there, there are some mines. I asked, and I can't get up there, can't drive up there. But yeah, there's still an active mine here. Well, how interesting was that? Just walking, there's I can't believe that I haven't taken the time to just walk down here. I have driven through this street, but I didn't really stop and pay attention. Some renovations, some newer buildings mixed in, probably rebuilt from some old lots. Look at this, they have a volleyball net. Getting ready for Halloween, it looks like. A playground. It's a Miami division there. Hi, how are you?
Morning.
You doing okay?
I'm fine.
All right. Oh, look, they even have bleachers for watching volleyball. Miami, Arizona. It's pretty cool. See if I can get over here better. With that corrugated steel, it's kind of hard to see with the shadows. Oh, wow, look at that right there. Looks like an old residence that was gutted, but there's something in there. Yeah, super nice this early in the morning. What does this say? Real Market or Real Market. Not sure which. Try and get farther back so we can see the whole thing. Look at that. Oh, 1922. You can see that's when that was. Oh, Real Buffet. The Real Hotel. So this was a couple different things, wasn't it? There's a hotel. Oh, Travelers. What does that say? Looks like some of the neon light covered an old sign, like Travelers Hotel. I got to see what this sign says. This one just says Real Market. Well, I used to have awnings. You can see how it had the awnings at one point. They lost their part of their roof. Hi. It's a real buffet, it looks like. The storm did a lot of damage. Let's see. We'll keep walking down here because I do want to walk along Hudson Street up there. That's the other part of the old district. Looks like they have a community center. They have basketball courts, and then the Hostetler pool. So it looks like well, they have lifeguards. I'm not sure if the storm did any damage to it, but looks like they're getting it cleaned up. See that? It says Poppy Fest. We'll go take a look inside there. Looks like the same artist. Above that saloon was an old hotel. A local artist did all the work for those boards that were up on the windows on the second floor. But wow, look at this. Miami High School, 1918. I think that's where the museum is that we're going to be going to. Each balloon celebrates the life of a classmate. Class of 1965. Wow. Dance before the music is over. Music in the park. Live before your life is over. Looks like I see 2019 there. Poppy Fest. Feed me tacos. Well, so this was part of the restaurant, it looked like. You can kind of see the plaster just kind of slowly melting away. Yeah, so this was probably like a dining area for the restaurant. And there's an old door back here. I just noticed that. It's been filled in with concrete. But there's looks like a little alleyway right here. Can't see back there. Wow, that is neat. You can kind of see the door back there where it was. There's some structure back there. Wow. We have a couple restaurants. Gallo's El Rey. It's closed right now. And then Joe's Ribs. That sounds good. Ribs. I really do want to walk back there, and there's those old houses along on top of that hill. And then there you go, that's the Miami Police Department. That colorful building looks like it used Has the feel like it maybe was a bar or saloon at one time. Used to be a lot of saloons back in the heyday. We'll come up here, take a quick look at the church, and then start heading back the other way. All right, Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament Catholic Church. Welcome, bienvenidos. 1915 is when this was originally built. Definitely has that Santa Fe feel. Beautiful. And across from the street we have Knights of Columbus. Catholic Daughters of the Americas. Take a quick walk inside here, the courtyard area. Oh boy, look at this. That's a cool design right there. Wow. And they have a camera here too. Looks like a baseball and a helmet. There's that, looks like that was a water fountain. It is peaceful in here. Wow. I see a plaque over here across the street. Let's go check that out. I don't know much about Knights of Columbus. I'll have to cut that out. Some things you just don't touch on YouTube. I try and stay out of, you probably have noticed, but I try to stay out of politics and anything like that, because that's not what I'm about. I'm about getting out and enjoying stuff. All right, so let me see what time it is. The museum opens at 10. It's only 8:45, so you know what I think I'll do? I'm gonna work my way back on Hudson Road. We can get a better view. And then I'll drive down to where the museum is, and there's a little bit of like a big truck thing to see. We'll take a look around there. Look at these old bridges are really cool too. We'll take a quick walk down here just to see what the wash. I think they call this Bloody Basin Wash. At least that's what he said. Yeah, this road was flooded for sure. They got it cleaned up. And look at all the bridges crossing the wash as you go down. He said they switched those lights. There's some lights on the top. And there's one down there too. But they change the color of the lights with the seasons. I noticed this mural on the side of this. Let your dreams set sail, it says. All right, let's go check out Hudson Street. Oh, that smells good. Oh man. Here's the back side of that courtyard, emptied building that we were in. This is the top side of that. Look at this. This whole wall was poured. You got rocks. There's fillers in there. Well, this was that thing I didn't know what it was. It's part of the restaurant, I think. Maybe it was like a freezer or something. Keep things cold over here. Future site of Nash Row Project, Habitat for Humanity. Cool. What's neat here is you have this old building, and it was, I don't know, probably housing or something up here. Kind of reminds you of Jerome. Is that going up there? It's stairs going up. They blocked it off so you can't go up there. How interesting is that? Here's some steps to get up there. Looks like nature's taken over inside that building. We'll get a closer look here in a second. That's great. Wow, that's what it's going to look like. So it looks like they're going to remodel everything up there. Very interesting. Wow, there's some old stairs in the back. Wow. Roof and floors have collapsed. But those old stairs up there, that is interesting. That's been remodeled. That looks good. Wonder how many of these buildings are haunted. Look at the roof on that one. It is coming down too. You can kind of see it. A plaster roof is coming down. Do we dare? Looks spooky from out here. And you can see plaster's coming away, coming off the wall. Gibson. Let's go check this one out. This is more of a residential area back here. It's pretty neat. It's locked up. Look at the bloom on that cactus. Wow, look at that. That is a big bloom. Bees are loving it. I wonder if this is like a residence now. It's locked up. I've seen that same black cat a lot of times today. Oop, it scared me. All right, let's head back down to Copper Miner's Rest, a bed and breakfast. There you go. Oh, here's some of those old houses. See, it's people's residence, so I can't get up there. This old retaining wall that's crumbled. I'll just look at those old houses. There's an old set of stairs here somewhere that would lead up to the mine that they would take. Wow. See if I can get a better view. I don't want to go in people's yard though. Look at that. How cool is that? That's wood. That's lasted a long time in the wood structure. Old miners' homes. There's more up there, but it looks... Are they inhabited? Kind of looks inhabited. Wow. That is cool. Here we go. You need a bath, 25 cents. I see a cross on that door. So it used to have services, it looks like. Oh, Here's a sign with some old pictures, it looks like. Before the Keystone Stairs. Before the Keystone Stairs were built, Skyline Trail was the transportation route miners traveled to reach the mine shafts. Residents hiked the trail to access the downtown business district to and from their homes. Wow. The Keystone Stairs have been an integral part of the town of Miami since the stairs were built in 1910 and 1915. Thousands of underground miners used it. The Van Dyke mine shaft. They also provided grocery, banking, shopping access to many residents who had built family homes on the steep hillside. The original staircase consisted of 155 stairs, 12 ramps, and had 2 step-side areas to rest. Wow. What do you say? It's an integral part of Miami. Well, look at the old brickwork. Wow, these are steep stairs too. Holy cow. Used to be able to walk. This was probably a hotel, if I had to guess. Or apartments. I wonder what's in there. Looks kind of spooky. I can't see. I'm kind of stretching the camera out. Wow. That is cool. Well, you can drive up here. Nobody told me that. So you can drive up here this far. Oh, we can get a look at these old houses too. I might have to come up here and park. Finish exploring. Because I do want to drive down there. I can see some really cool stuff. There's more of the stairs. Wow, look at that. That poured in the concrete looks like it's got some decorative parts to it. That really got washed out, I imagine, during the storm. These old stairs leading up. All right. Let's keep going up here instead, and then we'll just drive through the area. Even on the ramps, there's not much rest. That's a steep ramp.
Singing, take me home tonight. I need you in my arms to wake up and feel alive. Sweet Arizona, yeah, I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough, no, I just can't get enough of you. Sweet Arizona. Sweet
like red rocks in the sun. Her eyes were stained glass like blue under the glacier runs. Nowhere we're going, still don't know where she came from. La la la, la la la, la la la. Singing, take me home tonight. I need you in my arms to wake up and feel alive. Sweet Arizona, yeah, I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough, no, I just can't get enough of you. Sweet Arizona. Sweet Arizona. Sweeter than California, sweeter than Tennessee, sweeter than Colorado, sweeter than Georgia peach. Started with conversation, now you're here next to me. 24/7 days of sweet. And Arizona, take me home tonight. I need you in my arms to wake up and feel alive. But I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. No, I just can't get enough of you. Sweet Arizona, take me home tonight. I need you in my arms to wake up and feel alive. Sweet Arizona, yeah, I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. No, I just can't get enough of you. Sweet Arizona. Sweet Arizona. Sweet Arizona. Sweet Arizona. Sweet Arizona.
Oh, looks like that's it. Yep, I could have driven. But I wonder if that was the Van Dyke mine shaft. It's all fenced off. Yeah, I could have. I see a road I could have taken to get up here. It's all right. Truck doesn't need the exercise. I do. Look at that old foundation down there too. Well, let's see how good of a view we have. Whew, this was a retaining wall of some sort. But look at this view of Miami. Oh, these are that other walkway I saw. They said there was a trail and there were the steps. So this must have been the trail that they used to kind of get down. Wow, look at this. Yeah, so my guess was this was the road that took them up to that mine shaft. But then you've got more old houses. Wow, look at, there's a cellar or something dug into the mountain right there behind that house. Old stairs going up the mountain still. Looks like there was a house there at one time. Wow. All right, this gives us a good look of Miami. You can kind of see how it's down in this little valley. Of course, there's a wash that runs right through it. There's the museum down in the bottom, and you can kind of see this active mine. A lot of copper. That's Highway 60 heading back towards Superior, Phoenix area. And when it rains, all that water is funneled down to the wash that runs right by Highway 60 and into town. Look how all the peaks of those hills, how it looks like they have like trails for side-by-sides, motorcycles. And then there's Miami. Ooh, this is nice. Breeze up here. Feels good. All right, I'm gonna get back to the truck. It's probably about time. Let me see. It's gotta be getting close to time to see in the museum. Got about 45 minutes. Wow. All right, all I have to do now is walk down the steps. That's kind of neat, that old house from up here. Problem is I don't know where I can park because I saw this private parking, probably for the people that live up here. Anyways, yep, we're at the top. It says top. Pretty cool mural here too. These goats have like globes on their horns. Well, look how this street, they're still cleaning it up. There's you see a sweeper down there. It's a VFW hall. Looks like this used to be an entrance on the corner here. A lot of these old buildings had the doors on the corners, didn't they? Then it was remodeled and they put stuff in there, doors in there. Oh, looks like there's a crow's nest up there for something. That was a small little house. I didn't see that before. Looks like it's still used. I don't know if it is or not, but it's narrow. I'm guessing it's a house. And the Gomez Tortilla Factory. I imagine they were pretty darn good too. They closed it off a window there. Yep, planned it just right. We're back to where we started. Deandra's Grocery. And then back at the pin drop. I can't read what that hotel used to be. And back at the YMCA too. All right, let's I'm gonna walk just across this bridge. Oh, looks like they're open. No, I guess not. Bunny's Bazaar. I just wonder what all those air conditioners are up there. What is that? Carrier had a good day when they bought all these. What is that? I wonder if you look. Oh, there's a building, 1910. Here's a Explore Miami sign. Miami Avenue Bridge. To better control the water flow from the upper Bloody Tanks wash. I think I said Bloody Basin, but Bloody Tanks. Through the flat areas of Miami, the water was directed to a channel that was constructed to run parallel to Live Oak Street. Keystone Avenue Bridge, Inspiration Avenue Bridge, Cordova, and Repi. The 5 identical Lowton Arch bridges are still in use today, connecting Live Oak Street, which is Highway 60, to Sullivan Street and the historic downtown area. It is said the only other place in the world with 5 consecutive arching bridges is in Italy. Huh. So you have Miami and Italy. But I'm thinking these are the lights, they change color with the season. That looks cool. Grandma's Antiques. And that's Live Oak Street, which is also known as the Highway 60. Water was coming down so hard. That is a cool old building. I like the decorations on the windows. Might be brass or something. Steer horns. I see quite a few antique shops. That's original construction right there. And you kind of see, there used to be a design on there. Swirls and arrows. What does that say? I thought the top of that roof, way in the background, I thought that said something, but it's just deteriorating siding. And we're back to where I parked. This was really cool. All right, let's take a quick trip down to where the museum is. I'm just gonna drive through town again, and there's a pretty cool little park. We'll take a quick walk around. Still have a couple minutes to kill before it opens up. Alright, we're down here. You can see this truck over here. He's got a backhoe cleaning up. It looks like his driveway. I'm not sure where to park. Well, this looks like a pretty good spot. Let me see what's going on. I just heard a guy was pretty mad, so I'm gonna walk up here and see if I can ask somebody something. I saw this cornerstone I wanted to see. 1923. Board of Education, Dr. Slaughter, I can't see, President Marion Roberts, Can't read it. Architect. Wow, that's hard to read. That thing's so old. Oh man, well, I got some bad news, but I understand it. Team Rubicon, they're staying in here. They're helping to do the cleanup. So I don't think the museum's gonna open today. Bullion Plaza School.
Nobody! Complete chaos!
Let's see, but we can see Bullion Plaza School. During the times of segregation, Bullion Plaza opened as a grammar school for the Mexican and Apache students of the community in 1923. Miami schools desegregated in 1950 for about 14 years before the federal mandate because of a forward-thinking, money-conscious superintendent, R.E. Martin. So it was a school for different levels, 1st through 8th for many years, 4th, 5th grades. Many generations of students flowed through until it was deemed unsafe and closed in 1994. Let's see, the town of Miami purchased the building for $75,000 and workshops were conducted with professional consultants to organize and plan the museum. In 1998, the town of Miami approved the Bullion Plaza as a cultural center museum. Wow. Well, that's too bad, but hey, they just had a really big storm, so these guys are here to help out, help clean up, so thank you for that. National Register of Historic Places. Bullion Plaza School, 1923. Has been placed in the National Register of Historic Places by the United States Bullion School. Well, when it is open, Friday, here's your hours. Friday 10 to 2, Saturday and Sunday. Or no, Saturday 10 to 4. Closed Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. But there's a phone number to call. But we're just gonna take a quick look inside. We can't go in anywhere, but I'm sure for some people, this will bring back a lot of memories. Senator Hart exhibit. I'm gonna have to come back one day when this is all opened up. So it is free. They have a gift shop. It is free, just donations. Look at that mural there. There's a boys' bathroom. I'm trying not to get kicked out of here. But I'm gonna go, that's about as far as I'm gonna go. Just so some of the people that have been here before, went to school here, can see and recognize it. Bullion Plaza. Otto Santa Anna's leadership saved the Bullion Plaza School from demo in 1999. Picture of Miami. Oh well, gonna give them some time to clean up and then have to come back again because I'm sure I missed a lot. Man, there's just so much to see here. I talked to a gentleman that's part of the Rubicon club that's helping them timber hauling mine cars. Yeah, I'm gonna get you as much of this as I can. But I was talking to a gentleman, he says middle of October, they're planning on hoping to get done with all the cleanup. And it all depends on, they might be getting some more rain soon, so it might make a A bad problem even worse. I can walk around the outside, why not? Look at these huge let's see if there's a sign here telling us. I don't see one, but it's huge cable spools. Oh, here it is. Cable hoisting drums from the Ambrosia Lake Mine, New Mexico. Used to raise and lower men and supplies into, in and to and out of the mines. Wow. Let's take a quick walk around the outside. Yeah, all the way up to 1999, they were using this, it looked like. Oh, here's the water reclamation project. Look at that, so it's, oh, needs some repair too. Flows through the scuppers. And somehow made its way into that tank, and when it overflowed, it would flow down here. Now that's some heavy duty steel there. There must have been a pipe that came out there over to here. That's got to be ventilation up there. That would have filled that tank up with this storm they just had. Well, this is cool. All right, well, Santa's up in the window. Well, let's see. Tell you what, mosquitoes are eating me up. Memorial Day 2009. Ernest Valdez, USN. Reserve. He retired in the reserves. These old rocks. Let's. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. Oh, it's about a little bit of frisbee golf. These mosquitoes are killing me. Here's your disc golf. Sorry I called it frisbee golf, but let's see. Use a disc and leave it here. All right, so it's free. You don't even have to have your own disc if you don't have one. So, we've got a skate park. The Mighty Vandals, class of 1979. Nothing finer than a 79er. Oh, look at this. See? See what you find when you look down? That's a pretty cool skate park. My younger days, maybe. Not anymore, that's for sure. I wanted to go check out this. Oh, they even have one of the disc cage, I guess it would be, hanging off of that dumpster, or that dump truck. Look at the size of that thing. I've seen some of these before up by Morenci. Bullion Plaza and Cultural Center. Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 2. Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 4. That's a little bit different than that sign on the door said. Oh, storyboard. In 1920, 1901 through 1923. 85 teachers worked in Miami School District. Oh, look at that. Old car sitting there. Hasn't changed a whole lot. Cleve Van Dyke. Oh, so he's kind of one of the originators of Miami, if I remember right. Copper mining booms. The town's population grows to almost 10,500 between 1910 and 1911. Chief Talkalai, Geronimo. The Apache families had been hunting the Cobra Valley since the ancient times. Wow, look at that. The Bohm family, cattle ranching, Schultz family, Inspiration Mine Train. Look at that old picture of Glow. Look at those small houses. Very interesting. Now that dump bed up by Morenci, I think it's the same kind. But yeah, they had storyboards and everything inside of there. You could walk inside of it. They got a dump. I've always seen it. This has been here for a long time. I've seen this so many times passing through. This dump truck inside of a huge dump. Well, I wonder how much water's sitting in there, because you can see water's dripping from somewhere underneath. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. Didn't get to see the museum on this trip. But like I said, I missed a lot, I'm sure. And if there is anything that you know that I missed that I really need to see when I come back, let me know in the comments, because I'd really love to hear some of the history on some of these old buildings. All right, well, nice job, Miami. This is such a cool little town. It's a good time to remind you too, if you like this kind of content, make sure you reach down and click that like button and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does give you reminders when I put a video out, so you don't miss videos like this. And that helps me put a little gas in the tank so I can get out and do more. All right, well, that is gonna do it from Miami, Arizona. What a great little town. There's so much history, and I'm sure glad I stopped to take the time to look around. But anyways, I'm gonna sign off, and just remember, never say goodbye, always see you later.